Okay, I'm back. Today I'd like to go on our series of Vulnhub. The virtual machine would be Geisha 1. I will add the link into the description section below so that you can download it. Before we begin today's video, if you don't mind, please subscribe to my channel and leave a like below. I do appreciate your help and support. So without further ado, let's just get started. To save time, I have already imported the virtual machine into the VMware workstation. So now we can go inside the Linux VM. As you can see, I have already identified the target, the IP address of the target as 192. Then I did the Nmap scanning, and this is the output of the Nmap scanning. I did the scene scan, the version scan, the default script scan, and also the comprehensive scan or full port range scan. I think this option is very important for this virtual machine. Otherwise, you will not identify some uncommon port number. So this is the result of the Nmap. The first one is 21, which is running FTP, and the actual version information. As we know, this version doesn't have any vulnerability. Next one, 22, which is running SSH service, and also the actual version information, which doesn't have vulnerability as well. And next one is 80, which is running HTTP service and also the actual version information. Next one is 7080, and this is running over the SSL. We need to keep this into our mind as we move along. And next one is 7125, which is running HTTP service and also the actual version information, which is Nginx, and the version number. Next one is 8088 HTTP service and the actual version information. And the last one is also running over HTTP service, and this is the Python simple HTTP server. So I think for this virtual machine, there are so many different port number, and most of them are running as HTTP service or HTTPS service. Excuse me. So now what we are going to do next is to do some enumeration for the different number, the like 80, 7080, and 7125, and so on. But to save time, I'd like to take you look at this port number directory without going through all different port number. So what can we do? We can use the lector. The port number is 7125. You know, the lector is always my first tool to emulate the web application. As you can see, the password file, this could be interesting. So, you know, the lector is very useful. And we can put the IP address and the port number, password file. As you can see, we can download this file onto the Linux. So now we can just move from downloads directory, pass, and we can cut the password file. As you can see, we got the exact password file from the target. And as you can see over here, there is one normal user And only this user, besides root user, has the bash or login or the normal shell, which allow us to log in as this user. But now we didn't get the password yet for this user. And of course, also you can use the GoBuster to do some directory emulation for this port number, but I will not do that here. So next we need to use the Hydra to crack the password for the SSH service. So we just wait for this to be finished to see whether we can retrieve or crack the password for this user. And at this point, I'd like to pause the video, and when the process is finished, I will come back. See you there. All right. We have already cracked the password for the user, Geisha. Sorry, I cannot pronounce it correctly. Anyway, now we can log in to the target, right? And the password is let me in. Okay, and now we can list the content of the home directory. Nothing there. We can cut the bash history. There's some files. Okay. And now we can, I think you just you don't need this bash history is the commands what I executed the first time. Okay. Next, what we are going to do is to elevate our privilege. We need to do some local emulation, right? As we have already know that there is only one normal user, a Geisha, and now we can sudo to see whether this user can run sudo command let me in. The user may not run sudo, and then we can, I think we can upload the Nympear shell script, right? It's time that the Nympear shell script comes into play, and we can open up another tab. I have already prepared the Nympear shell script already, and we can set up the web server by Python. Now we can use the wget to upload Nympears. And we need to add the executable permission to this file. And we need to run to see, you know, the Nympear shell script is very powerful and useful during the stage of the local privilege escalation, because this tool or this shell script will give us some like misconfigurations, some like a local privilege escalation vulnerability. Okay, I think it's done. We can scroll up. Scroll up. As you can see, the base 32 has SUID bit. And we can go to the website of GTF Obins. You know, this one will give us the instruction how to utilize the base 32. As you can see, It means that we can read some file which require the root privilege. For example, like a private key of a root user. And we can file the root ID. Yeah, this is the private key, the path of the absolute path for the private key with the user root. Now we can make a copy of this command. Yeah, we have already got the private key. We can make a copy of this private key. Maybe we can interrupt this web server and paste in here, right, and quit. And then we can use the SSH. Oh, but before we use the SSH, we need to change permissions. Change mode, SSH ID root. As you can see, we have already logged in as root user to the target, and we can navigate to root directory. We can get the root flag without any problem. So that's all I'd like to go through this virtual machine. Hope to see you in the next one. Bye.